Okay, Clyve, we're on the air. Give us an intro, Clyve. Give us your intro.
Well, if you're in Australia, Merry Fistmas. If you're in America, or the real country, you know, the real world, Merry Fistmas Eve. So we're going to get basically two divorced, middle-aged, overweight white guys are going to sit down and talk about luxury watches and try to avoid talking about how pathetic their lives are. Pretty much.
Hey, that's very good there. Clyve, how many Christmas wishes? It's Christmas in Australia. How many ex-wives, ex-girlfriends, ex-fiancés, ex-other hearts, ex-soulmates, ex-women do you think I got Christmas greetings from this morning? How many? How many do you think I got greetings from?
About as many as you're on good terms with, so I would say 0.
And do you know how many greetings I got? I got a, you know, Christmas has turned into a marketing blitz. My power company, my mobile phone provider sent me Merry Christmas and told me I'd used up half my bandwidth already. My power company sent me Christmas greetings. There's not much. Oh, I did have one fan. Dr. Sprague sent me Christmas greetings this morning. There you go. From Bangor, nice. Maine. So, yeah, it's a very, very lonely Christmas. Merry Christmas!
Nasty vinyl Christmas to you, too.
And Ali down the road is cutting the grass this morning.
Of course.
Mohammed down the road there, he's cutting the grass. It's just normal day. Yeah, that's what's been going on, Clyve. That's what's been going on. I've been feeling a bit down lately. I've been watching a lot of British TV. They got programs there. Can't pay, we'll take it away. This is bailiffs. Sheriffs, what you people call sheriffs. I've been watching, yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been watching a fair bit of YouTube. You know, in England, they got to pay television license to watch TV. You have to pay. Can you believe this?
You're paying for the BBC. Now, does the BBC show commercials or not? Oh, by the way, give us a fist watch check. What are you wearing?
Fist watch check. What am I wearing, Clyve? I am wearing the Bregster. There we go, the Bregster.
Nice.
Clyve, it's a very lonely Christmas. Very lonely Christmas today. I'm going to see my kids later on. I'm going to see Papa. We're going out to a leagues club to have a Christmas lunch.
Now, are we going to do a separate live stream with Papa Pluta?
Actually, we might do that tomorrow. Which is your Christmas, because let's be honest,
that would be my Christmas. Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
Look, he's a little bit. No, look. It's okay. It's okay. It's all downhill. Okay, it's all downhill. It's very lonely. How many women do you think sent me a Christmas? I'm just checking my mobile phone. How many Christmas greetings did I get from my mobile phone company? Merry Christmas. This is from Vodafone. You've used more than 50% of your monthly 3.5 gigabyte data. Your data resets on the 11th of the 1st. When you get closer, we'll let you know. Merry Christmas, Vodafone. Thank you, Vodafone. I got a message from the ex-wife just letting you know. She's going to, yeah, okay, that's fine. She's sending the kids with their togs so they can swim at my dad's house. Okay, that's great. no mention of Merry Christmas to you, or make sure you're doing well. No, nothing from that girlfriend. That's for sure. It's very, very what else I got here? Mark, Merry Christmas, Paul. Hope you have a wonderful day. That's good, Mark. Phil, Happy Christmas. Rudy, I think Rudy should come on with us now.
Hold on.
Yeah, get that sucker on the line. Christmas, Merry Christmas if you're in the Southern Hemisphere.
Nothing. Nope.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Missed a couple of phone calls, but why? Okay, let me ask you a quick question. Why do you want to get phone calls and cards from your exes? I don't understand that. Do you think
they cost me so much? They cost me so much. That's the least they should give me.
Everyone, I swear to God, it doesn't matter when we live stream. Everyone calls in the middle of a live stream.
Sorry?
Everyone calls in the middle of a live stream, but that's all right.
I know.
I figured how to do I basically said I'm in court, so yeah, you know. By the way, have you got the iPhone 10 yet or not?
No. I've got the iPhone 7. 7?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I dropped the bloody thing in Malaysia. You know that?
No. Did you get caned? I thought it was a caning offense if you drop your phone in Malaysia. No, that's Singapore. Never mind. Singapore.
Yeah. Chew gum. Look, it's all very quiet, Clyve. I just thought, considering how much money I paid these exes, wouldn't it be nice if they could send me a greeting? Don't you get a greeting? The IRS hasn't sent me a Merry Christmas either. They don't send out cards. I give them so much, and they give me so little.
Well, just like the taxation services, the X is the same thing. No news is good news. I don't want any news from them. I don't want to talk to them.
Wouldn't you want Drama Mama to ring you? Merry Christmas, Clyve. Drama Mama here.
No. Drama Mama has a new husband. Oh.
Yeah, but he's a teacher making minimum wage, Clyve.
I don't care. Well, yeah, she's like, I want to give her some of my money. No. And besides, Drama Mama right now is probably holed up with the Drama Mama's mama. And you know what I call her this time of year?
No.
The Yule Fuhrer.
Okay. I just thought, considering how much money I've given them over the years, wouldn't they show me a bit of appreciation? I still have a BMW dealer who sent me Merry Christmas from a car I bought 27 years ago.
But yeah, but he's hoping he's going to get more money from you. Obviously, he doesn't watch the channel.
Yeah.
The women, on the other hand, know they're not going to get any more money from you. Or
they know they're not going to get any more money from you.
No news is good news.
I just can't believe how mercenary they are.
Well,
not a damn thing.
Nope. They'll only contact you if you want something. Oh, by the way, you didn't ask, but I'm going to show you anyway.
Ah, the Yachtmeister. The Yachtmeister two-tone blue dial. That's a good, sexy piece.
Yeah, and it's got blue and red.
Oh, Captain Zed says he couldn't. Captain Zed's on air. Look at that.
Oh, let's invite Captain Zed and Ginny on.
Yeah. Actually, I'll tell you what, Clyve. Clyve, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite anyone who wants to come on. They can come on. How's that sound?
Hey, that sounds nice.
What do you reckon?
So Christmas is the one day of the year that you might actually do shit for free because it's Christmas.
Yeah, I don't have any friends. Women see men as see a man's money as payment for years
of sexual acts that they have or haven't performed.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Join the live show. Join the live show. There you go. I've put the link in the description. Join the live show. Merry Christmas, fuckers! It's 8:20, 8:14 in Australia.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. It's 4:14 p.m. in America. Uwe says, send a link to Nana Kim. Awesome. That would be awesome. But she has to be...
just tell Uwe I got to send her the new iPhone she was asking for. Once I've sent that to her, I'll send her the link.
Yeah, that'll be any day now, I'm sure. Yeah.
I don't know what to say. We've got 69 people who are as lonely and as on the internet as bad as us. Can you believe that? That's a good sign. That's
well, actually, an overweight Australian talking to an overweight American.
Yes.
In his minimum security cell about luxury watches on Christmas Eve or Christmas. I'm surprised there's... Oh, now it's 67. Thanks.
Shit.
I'm surprised it's only 6. I'm surprised it's not more than that, frankly.
Where's Spider-Bite? Spider-Bite told me that if I tried to put my tongue in it anymore, she would call the police. And she didn't see me. She saw me as friends. We're in the friend zone. You know what that means? Oh, yeah. I'm handsome and good enough to pay for the meal, but I'm not handsome enough to sleep with. The link is invalid. What they mean by that, I don't understand. Why is the link invalid? That's just the link. Actually, click the link. Click the link, big boy. Hello from Florida. First man, Clyve, I got to tell you.
Sorry, we encountered a problem joining this. Well, then again, I might be trying to join it twice.
Yeah. Yeah, the link.
So when are you going to get the Breitling, the white dial?
Oh, he's going to send it the 27th. 27th. Which is what I should have it by the Friday, 29th. I'm so looking forward to that. And then I'm wearing it for a month, aren't I? Is that the deal? What's the deal?
Oh, yeah. I haven't even chosen which watch I'm going to wear for a month. Okay. Omega first. No, hello from Florida says during something. Jerry N-word. Vladimir says it links to Pornhub. Der Stifle says he tried. Uwe says no, it links to gay Pornhub. Bison News, it links to the... I'm not going to even say that one. Links to a competitor's channel. Quick wristwatch check says fines with Mayo. Electric Blue on Hoyerville, Bonneville, Nubuck Strap. Electric Blue what? Fries with Mayo. So, let's see. What else? So anyway, I've been wearing the Omega the last couple of days, but I figure I'd get something up before I stick in the vault. You know, I'm thinking about I'm going to try for the 30-day challenge. I think I'm going to go with the I think I'm going to do the Omega.
Oh no, you're joking.
No, actually, you know, it's automatic. It's got the day and the date. It's highly legible. Oh, thanks, Vladimir. It's highly legible. And I can't think of a better watch to probably wear on a daily basis.
I was hoping you would choose the No Date sub.
Well, I don't know. I just got the Amiga, so why not wear it? Why not try something out extensively? Or I could do a vintage chronograph.
Oh, can you remember 1991?
Vaguely. I was in law school, I think. No. No, I was at Fort Sill, an officer's basic for field artillery.
You didn't have a Rolex then, did you?
No, I did not. No, look, no, I probably could have, really, when you think about it.
Mm.
If you're unmarried and even just a junior Army officer, most of your stuff's taken care of, really.
And Rolex prices were a lot cheaper then.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. God, yes. And I actually put the Rolexes on Craigslist.
Wow. Did you really want to announce that to the world here? I suppose, why not? Bit of traffic. Dallas, it's in Oklahoma.
Right, actually, yeah. But it's local sell only, so no, not unless you're willing to travel. No.
Local sell only.
Yeah. You don't know. Craigslist, no, you don't take PayPal for Craigslist. It's cash only.
Of course. That's very true. Very interesting news there.
But yet the funny part is, now keep in mind, Uberoki is the ultimate flipper. Keep in mind. Of course, and he's advising me, do not let go of any of my Rolexes. None of my
That's what he
models.
said to you?
Yeah.
Do not let go of any of your Rolexes.
Nope. Not the sports models.
Wow.
Captain Zed. Here we go. Hey, Zed. Can you hear me?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you
There's
hear
a bit
me?
of program background. You would just mute the program in the background.
The volume here. There we go.
So is Jenny still making cookies? Oh.
I did it.
Jenny's still making cookies?
She is getting ready for about 20 people that are coming over here. But
oh, wow.
People flying by in a minute. I got kicked out of the kitchen earlier for drinking and sarcasm.
Yeah, 'tis the season. As long as you don't drink so much that you start donning gay apparel. So, what kind of? I figured it'd take a second. So, what do you have? What kind of event are you having later on tonight?
No, I don't have any gay apparel. I have a green watch.
Oh, what kind? Show us. What kind of? No, show us the watch.
Oh, we have Jenny's family. 20, so her siblings and her mom and a bunch of the kids and whatnot are coming over for like this crazy white elephant deal and meeting. And they're all making Mexican food, which is probably strange.
Oh, that sounds good. Is it authentic? Is it authentic? Can you hear me?
I think so. I'm not real sure.
Okay.
Well, Jenny's half Mexican, so I guess her part is.
Nice. So what kind of watch are you wearing again? What watch are you wearing?
Me?
Yes. Yes. Oh, what is it? A Kermit?
I've got a. I am wearing a Rolex Submariner Kermit. Yeah. I figured with the green bezel, it'd be good for the festivities and what have you.
Nice.
I'm hearing. I've got two devices, so I'm a little screwed up by the hearing the audio twice. Sorry about that.
I just like to say. I consider myself, to be the luckiest man on the face of the earth. All right, never mind. Come on, you understand the pride of the ref. Okay, good.
Exactly. So what else is going on?
Not a damn thing, really. Truthfully, I might be flipping those, trying to flip a couple of those Rolexes I got from Uber yesterday locally. The Date Just, the LP Date, and the Air King. And well, you know, he's trying to. Well, he's trying to get me into the mindset of doing it. He's like
5,000 for free.
No. That's my cost. That's what they cost. That's what they cost me. They're not. Yeah. And that's. Oh yeah. Thanks, Big Up. The Yachtmaster is spectacular, but then again, his Kermit's pretty damn schmicko too. But no, I'm not. I'm damn sure not going to sell them for 5,000. I'm going to ask for more than that. But I should be getting a Hoyer triple date back.
So we have some good scotch to drink in a little while, Archie.
Hey, that's great.
Archie, you're going to be drinking. Are you going to be drinking anything, Archie?
Do you know how many calories are in alcohol?
Where's the scotch?
A lot. That's why it's called beer bellies.
Yeah, I've been drinking a little bit, Clyve, but not.
Hey, where's my scotch?
Well, wouldn't Christmas be the day to drink excessively?
Yeah, it could be. I got to drive, so I'll drink a bit later.
Here we go. I got some.
Ah, wow.
There's definitely some lag. I can hear it. Well, anyway, like I said, I should be getting hopefully be getting the Hoyer Baylor triple date, and I'm kind of looking forward to that.
It's me that I'm not sure I'm hooked up right.
Kill the audio from everything except the computer that you were talking with. No, yeah, well, okay. Take a drink.
The thing that's weird is I can't hear the darn computer audio. Okay, I'm going to turn off the phone.
Okay.
That I'm hearing. Because it's screwing me up royally. Let me do that. Okay. Just, if you could bear with me 1 minute, see why the hell I'm not hearing it.
Not a problem.
What the hell is going on?
Okay, what's the point of Motor City Ray? What's the point of a chat board if you don't interact with your audience? Okay, I don't know who's supposedly watching it, but I presume it's me. So, okay, Harry Thomas. Date Just two-tone on Jubilee or GMT Master 2 LN. Yep, and the GMT Master 2 is the LN. That's the black bezel, right? Now it's showing. Now it's okay. Can you hear me now? Say something.
Jenny, can you get this thing to work? I can't hear anything. It's a fucking disaster.
Now, Archie,
that sounds like our TV. That sounds like our channel, doesn't it? It's a fucking disaster. Hey,
just always. Well, that's what happens when it's like live on the air.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
Now, should we if he can't hear us, should we act like we're talking to him and just mouth silently?
Yeah.
Okay, hey, Zed, let us know when you get your audio back, okay?
Sorry, guys, I can't hear a thing.
Okay, why don't you kill it, and then log back on and see if that works.
He doesn't hear you, Clyve. You
I don't
understand
hear
that?
them. It's like a disaster. I'm actually on the fucking thing.
Jenny! Hi.
It's good.
Oh, I like the earrings.
They've gone. Where are they gone?
They're going to probably kill it.
Thank you, Michael Frederick. $20 just came in. Michael Frederick, $20. Thank you so much, Michael.
Now, do we want to take questions about watches on the live stream?
We can talk anything, Clyve. This show's becoming a stinker. Anything to keep it going, Clyve.
Okay, date just 41 two-tone on a Jubilee or a GMT Master 2 LN. An LN should be a what model? What reference is the LN?
Is that a Batman? Batman? Is that a Batman?
BLNR is the Batman.
BLNR Batman. That's just the black.
Yeah, I like the black bezel because it almost passes as a sub.
Yeah, so your mate Donnie Haynes has one. You know that?
No, I could see that. It's like I said, he's a movement nerd, and actually, it's the GMT that passes as it could look like a sub. So, I mean, and as for the choice between the two, it's a two-tone on a Jubilee. That's tough. I'd say, quite frankly, it's just whichever one you like the best and whichever one you get the best deal on. Quite frankly. Kept the figure. Okay. Yachtmaster Spectacular, Clyve. Thanks, Brett. Captain Z is really, well, Captain Z, come on, North NSC, let's give him some slack. He had some computer problems. Merry Christmas, Archie says Fernando Cortez. Wish you nothing but the best. Rudy, is Rudy just...
I'll see if anyone else wants to join us on the live chat. Join us now. It's free. This is Christmas. Join us on the live chat.
Bison News says, Archie, get your ass to Thailand in 2018. Jerry Nickeman, whatever, says he's wearing a Steinhardt. No, screw that. No. Fries with Mayo is having Spanish Rioja wine. Tim Schubart says, Merry Christmas, Archie. Rudy should get on the show and show his Blancpain, says NSC. South Carolina. I'm only going to tell a few special friends about this. Bitcoin, whatever. Help me out this Christmas Eve. Two-tone date just... Okay, no, Harry, we've answered that a couple minutes ago. Literally, you kind of shitting in the dark here without pictures or references or prices or anything else. But what I think Archie's advice would be to buy it pre-owned.
Simon's there. Join the show. Come out behind your keyboards. Come on, Simon, you join on. I love chatting to Simon. Ooey's there. Why doesn't Ooey come on live?
Ooey, I'll never join you, says Luke. Oh, I see. Like Star Wars reference. Yes, nice. Archie, Harry Thomas. Archie, you're a legend. I hope you have a great Christmas. Wishing you nothing but the best. Keep up the good work. Love your videos. Okay. Buggerat says Batman or Hulk? I'd say Batman. I like the Batman.
Oh, yeah, Batman. Batman is so cool.
Quite frankly, I think they're both kind of overrated. I think they're both kind of flavors of the week. But yeah, you're going to pay over retail. You're going to stand in line and get fisted. But if I was going to get fisted for either one, I'd rather get fisted by Batman than the Hulk.
I don't know why no one's joining us today. Look, no one's joining us. It's Christmas.
Tiger Yawn says, I'm rich, bitch. Get your hand out of the mincer and get on some endo. Okay. Archie's advice. Oh, Rudy, come on. Seriously? Rudy. Get online and tell us what you think about Archie's Breitling. Mark Y says you're a chicken. No, I better not say that part. Okay. There's actually on Brisbane Watch Forum in FIST, what does FIST stand for again?
It's a bit early in the day, Clyve, for me to remember this.
Captain Zed's joining us again.
It's a bit early in the day, Clyve, for me to remember this.
Captain Zed's joining us again.
I think I got it working now.
It's a bit early in the day, Clyve, for me to remember this.
Captain Zed's joining us again.
Got it
We still
working
have
now.
that.
Nope.
I think it's looping now.
Got it
We still
working
have
now.
that.
Oh my god.
It's looping now.
Got it
We still
working
have
now.
that. For the love of God, get earphones, says Michael Lee. Jenny! Jenny!
I just muted him, Clyde. That guy there can't help himself, you know.
Well, okay.
I mean, Jesus Christ, Clyde. This is like an amateur radio show, isn't it? You know, where everyone has the radio program in the background. They get that echo.
Yep. For the love of God. Okay. Who gets the money from the super chat? Do you guys split it? Says Alien Road on.
That's how I bought the Breitling. I bought the Breitling with the super chat money.
Yeah, Alien, hi. Are you new here? Okay, now he's trying it. You want to see if you want to unmute him, see if we can try it again?
Oh, he's gone now.
Oh, okay. I'm receiving a message on Facebook. I wonder if it's Captain Zed. No.
Oh my God, Clive. Not one girlfriend I went out with sent me a Merry Christmas. You know that? What does that mean?
It means
They don't like you.
It means you can enjoy your Christmas. That's what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Not
one girlfriend sent me a Merry Christmas.
Well, okay. TGV. Okay, Rudy is okay. There is a message from Rudy on the live stream, live chat, if you want to see it.
Yeah.
TGV bought a Breitling like ARCHIE'S. He bought it for only $1,700. Rudy, here we go. Rudy?
I'm here.
Okay. Now, I was reading something what you post on the live stream or in the live stream comments. What were you saying about another watch guru buying a Breitling like ARCHIE'S?
Oh yeah, certain characters bought a white one, a Breitling for $1,700. One of Archie's pals.
All right, and it's the one with the pencil thin mustache, right?
Yeah, it's got this other brand that he's released called Lion Shark.
Lion Shark. Agreed.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Now, I think you've been, the last couple of weeks, you've been to a couple of really hoi polloi, fancy schmancy events. Tell us about it.
That was a Blancpain event for the Ocean Commitment. Because I don't know if you're aware, but Blancpain donate all their profits to saving the ocean. Their entire profits from the company.
Okay.
So they were. So and they had a an evening of this particular diver talking about his photography. He takes all the pictures for Blancpain, and he talks about how they're putting the money into saving the ocean from endangered species and keeping it going for life, you know. So they've put this commitment together where they're going to donate all the money that they make from their watches to save the ocean. which is really cool. You know, it's not a profit-making company. They only make 22,000 watches a year, by the way, in their entire range.
Well, if they really want to save the ocean, shouldn't they make more watches?
No, because they can't physically make more watches. Because it takes years to train up a watchmaker to make the watches. Because they're all handmade. All their watches are handmade. It's not like a Rolex where it's made with machinery. Each watch is physically handmade. It's like if I wanted to buy that watch that Archie tried out, the X Fathoms. You're going to wait 9 months for that watch. Because they've got to physically make it.
Now, now, isn't it true that also isn't Breitling trying to help save the oceans?
No, I don't think so. I know they.
Actually,
sold out.
I think. Actually, I think
Breitling have recently sold the majority of the company, so it's no longer a family-owned company. I know they've sold about 70 or 80% of the company.
See, I read Breitling publicly made a statement that they're not going to dump all the white-dialed Breitlings that no one wants to buy into the ocean. So that's going to help save the ocean, isn't it?
Recycle that.
Okay.
They're going to make Coca-Cola cans.
But they're not dumping it into the ocean. So what do you think about Archie's? What do you think about Archie's Breitling diver with a white dial?
Well, if I was to say what I thought of it, then he probably wouldn't get any Google ads. So I'm not going to say it.
Nice. Now, okay. Now, Captain Zed, can you hear us now?
Yeah,
Zed?
I had it all fucked up earlier, man. I had
cool.
YouTube and Hangouts on at the same time, and I had a cell phone next to me going, so it was like a total cluster. I'm doing because I'm not used to, kind of used to doing it.
But the thing is, Clyde, I don't understand. Wouldn't it have been better off getting a Tudor watch than getting that Breitling, a second-hand Tudor?
Well, yeah, especially since the new Tudors at least would have the Breitling, the movement that Breitling developed in-house. Okay, Captain Zed, what do you think about the white dial Breitling diver?
I'm not a big fan of white dials for starters at all. I don't know why Archie bought that, honestly. I don't hate Breitling, but I can think of a lot of other watches I'd rather have than that diver, frankly. I think I'd rather have a Pelagos or a Black Bay. Panerai. I like Panerai a lot. You can get a Panerai for about $4,000.
It was cheap. It was cheap.
A lot of fucked up buying watches.
That was the cheap. It was cheap. That's the big thing.
Yeah, but being cheap is not a reason to buy it.
Yeah,
it's not cheap if you don't want it.
Well, I sort of want it. It's a cheap diver. Look at this. Look at this diver. It's beautiful, highly polished case. Look at that beautiful B crown. Look at the beautiful. Look, this is a watch worthy of wearing gloves on. Look at this.
I'd rather have a Zenith any day.
No, they're wearing gloves because they don't want to touch it. That's why.
Look at this here. It's a beautiful piece. Look at this beautiful piece. It's
well, really, isn't it true in Switzerland a B is basically the equivalent of an SH, so it's in fact a Scheitling.
But do you know the one thing I heard, Clyde, is apparently Stevie Wonder said it's a great looking piece.
Now, have you ever worked with Stevie Wonder?
No, no, but my friend has. One of the guys I work with has.
Now, actually, we were talking about the young ones last night, and you actually said you have a connection with the young ones, correct?
Yeah, a band I was in called 9 Below Zero was in the first episode.
Nice.
Were you in there?
I wasn't in it, but the band I joined later on was, and you can see me on YouTube actually when they were called The Truth, and I was 21 years old. It was It was the Kiss, the Rod Argent song "God Gave Rock and Roll to You." So if you put in Dennis Greaves and The Truth and "God Gave Rock and Roll to You," you'll see me in the video with the singer from 9 Below Zero.
Nice. It's kind of funny how that show has kind of tied a lot of us together. Okay, now what's Archie looking on? Wait, did the screen just now say Urban Gentry? Just now on Archie's browser? So, wait, okay, we're gonna definitely.
Merry Christmas, guys. Look, I gotta tell you, it was cheap. You understand? It was cheap. You understand? When things are cheap.
Well, you'd have to be. You know why it was cheap, Clyde, don't you? Because you'd have to be a right turkey to buy it.
I think it's very I like to bring on controversial pieces. It's a shitter. It's an ETA shitter. It was under $2,200 $2,200 for a brand.
You told me, Archie, you paid $2,800.
That was Aussie. That's Aussie.
God, that was 2,800 Aussie too much.
It actually cost me. It was $28.50 for the watch plus postage. About just under 29, which is about 22.
What's retail on that?
It's
$29.50.
Retail in Australia is about 5,500.
Ooh. I mean,
Clyde, retail is 5,500, but they pay you $7 to take it away.
Well, let's just. It's possible, though. I think he could have probably saved a little bit more money, or just held his pennies a little bit longer, added to them, and probably got a couple more pieces. I mean, like I said, I managed to pick up my Panerai Zero for like $29.
I don't get these same bargains that you do. We don't get as many good bargains like you do, Clyve.
But what you could have done, Paul, is you could have asked Clyde to get it on your behalf and send it to you.
Yep, that's a fair point. That's a very fair point. But anyhow, look, it's been done. It's coming this week. I can't wait to wear it for a month. It's got the shark mesh bracelet.
Don't answer the door.
The only thing I'm worried about, Archie, is whether the bracelet will fit.
Yeah, I know. I'm a bit worried about that.
Yeah, that'll be a disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have to put a NATO on it.
Yeah.
Archie, you know what you need to do? When you get the watch, you need to rent a wetsuit, because I think they're expensive to buy, and go down to the beach and walk into the ocean, the water, the beach you go
Archie,
to.
I wouldn't go out in the rain in it. I wouldn't trust it.
Go into the ocean and do a video with your dive watch.
Yeah, I might just get it pressure tested first.
Go in the ocean with it, Archie, with a mankini on.
Mankini, yes. There we go. A friend I used to work with. Merry Christmas. There we go. That's one. I got 3 Christmas cards. One Christmas greeting from my telco to tell me I'd used half my data on the mobile.
Wow.
That's what happened. Don't worry, guys. But once you get divorced again, and Captain Z, once she
I've been divorced twice.
Once she leaves you, you can have a quiet Christmas with me and Clyve. Look at Clive's room there. He's got a vacuum in the background.
Jenny's my third wife, by the way. So
it's a luxury vacuum.
Look at how Clyve leaves. He's got a big rubber mattress he just jumps on. He's got a vacuum. He's got boxes in the corner.
He's got a blow-up doll.
You too can leave a hedonistic lifestyle.
But Archie, he's also got a blow-up doll.
A blow-up doll, yes. I tell you what, my room needs a bit of a hoovering. These bugs, this is what gets me. Is these bugs are really getting aggressive.
But I'll tell you, Archie, do you ever remember a guy, a famous gay guy called Quentin Crisp? He did a movie. There was a movie about him called The Naked Civil Servant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's scary.
And he said he never dusted his house because it
Yes.
doesn't get any worse after 4 years.
Oh, I see. There you go, hey? How are you going, Rudy? Tell me, which country are you in now?
I'm in UK. And
We got 110. We got 110. 110 people watching, Clyve. 112. Look at this, Clyve. There must be nothing on.
Pretty much. Also, Fluffy Kitten. Anyone reading the comments from Fluffy Kitten in the live stream?
What do you say?
You know I'm going to SIHH next year, Paul, don't you?
Yes, yes, that's fantastic. That is wonderful. Get some video for the channel, please. We've got to do more shows with you. I've just been a bit. Yeah, it's just how it goes.
Now, St. Mickey is saying that this thing is going to give me popcorn lung. So I figure while I'm on the coroner's table and they cut into me, it's like going to be like opening a bag of Jiffy Pop.
I was talking to Clyde today about Roger W. Smith watches.
Yes.
And I was telling him that I've ordered one. I've got to wait 15 years for this watch.
Fuck.
You have to pay for it now?
I've got to fly to the Isle of Man, and he's only going to sit down with the design, so I'm going to get him to make me a minute repeater watch.
Okay.
And he's going to design exactly how I want it in every way.
Oh,
That's kind of...
Woody New Yorker's asking for, came in late's asking for everyone to do a wristwatch check. Okay, Captain Zed, starting with you.
I've got a Rolex Submariner Kermit 50th anniversary sub.
Nice.
That's the only sub I like.
Rudy?
I'm not wearing a watch.
And I've got the Breguet. And Clyve? Hey, Jenny's here. Look who's here.
Hi, Jenny.
You want to put the headphones on? You're much more interesting than I am.
But I was wearing my Nautilus earlier today.
Nice. Oh, by the way, other people said that it was saying that your webpage when you weren't was saying that you were on the Urban Gentry website, Archie.
I see. I just did that as a bit of a teaser, Clyve.
I have to go. So.
Hi, Jenny. How are you doing? I like the earrings.
Very Christmassy.
What watch are you wearing?
I'm not wearing one because I'm cooking.
Oh, okay. What are you cooking?
I'm making, well, now I'm finishing the cakes I'm baking. I'm doing a vanilla cake and some cookies, the peppermint chocolate cookies. And we're making enchiladas. In case you don't know what that is, Archie, that's a Mexican food. And people are bringing other things.
So what time shall we come over?
Well, it's going to start pretty soon. I don't know if you can make it.
Houston?
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
Oh, you might make it.
If it was Dallas, I'd have a shot.
That's Ken.
So no tamales.
Dad. Actually, one of my aunts is bringing tamales. And so just to clarify something, since you referred to me as a Latina, I just wanted to let you know it's only half of my family. Not my mother's side. My father was the one. And my parents divorced when I was a kid, but we still kept up all these traditions. So I did learn to speak Spanish, but it was because I chose to when I was like in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm half. I was kind of bicultural, but not really like, you get your culture from your mother mostly. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that.
And your dad was Latino.
Yeah, he's Mexican, or was, rather.
Was? What is he now?
He's dead. Sorry.
I thought maybe it was like a Michael Jackson sort of thing.
No.
Okay.
No.
So
But I would love to stick around, but I have to get back to the kitchen. I just wanted to say hi.
like the earrings, that's festive.
Oh, by the way,
Well, one
Clyve,
of them
talking to
blinks.
Michael Jackson, right?
Okay.
Did you know he didn't have a heart attack? He was found in the children's ward having a stroke.
Okay, could you say you dropped off? The audio dropped off a little bit there. What?
I said Michael
Right.
Jackson
I'm
didn't
moving.
die of a heart attack. He was found in the children's ward having a stroke.
Oh, that's bad. Bad. Jenny thought it was funny too.
I was going to ask Paul. I was going to ask Paul a question actually.
Sure.
ahead,
Sure.
What's your favourite Patek watch? Your favourite?
5170. There you go.
I'll tell you what mine is, and I can't get one.
You know that's the manual wind chronograph.
I know. Do you know what my favourite one is?
No.
The 5970p.
Yeah. I know the one. I still think the manual wind is just elegant. If it's just,
I do love manual wine watches.
it's just an elegant chronograph. You know, it's simpler. I do love the 5970 is a perpetual calendar chronograph, but I think the 5170 is just perfect.
I mean, that's why I like the 5119 because it's manual wind with a hobnail bezel. That's a nice one. That watch.
Yes. 5119. Yeah. That's a cool watch.
It's such an understated watch. I could see you with that kind of watch.
Yeah, it's a great watch. It's a great. I had a 3919, which was the predecessor to the 5119.
That's a 33mm one, isn't it?
Yeah, and I also had a 3944.
Hand me that. Sorry.
Yeah, I remember.
3944 was the quartz one, which was that was kind of just. I just couldn't live with quartz.
And you like the 5196 as well, don't you?
Oh, I love that watch.
I like the one. I like the platinum one with the Breguet numerals.
They're so expensive, but so expensive. That's the problem.
Do you know since Patek had put the prices up? Do you know how much the platinum one is now?
How much?
29 grand UK.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
But I think it's to do with the exchange rates that's causing the problem. Why they put the prices up in the UK.
Hey, I'm addicted to UK TV. Can't pay, we'll take it away.
Yeah,
You got a bailiff problem in the UK. Are the bailiffs that nasty? Do they really come out and take your stuff?
Only for the chavs that buy everything, that rack everything up, that are not working.
Have you ever had bailiffs at your door, Rudy?
No, you must be joking.
I mean, these people, even for not paying council tax, the bailiffs come out.
Oh, no, you go to prison if you don't pay council tax.
What is council tax? I don't understand it. What is that? Poll tax. What is poll tax?
No, it's not poll tax, it's council tax. Council tax pays for the police, the collection of your rubbish, street lighting, car parks.
So how do they work out how much you owe? What's it based on?
It's based on the rateable value of your property.
And you pay that even if you're renting, or you have to own the place?
Even if you're renting, of course.
See, we have rates.
Or would it be paid by the homeowner or the property owner, and that would just be included or offset in the rent?
No, it doesn't, because it bases on the person. Because if you're a single person, you get a 25% discount, for instance. If you're with a family and two people, you pay more money because it's based on the if you're in like, for instance, if you're unemployed, you get a reduced rate again. So it's every person individually pays a different price based on
how many times a year do you pay it? Is it once a year payment, or
it's annual? But you can pay it monthly off over a annual.
How is it rude to ask how much you pay in council tax?
It's about 2.5 a year.
£2,500 a year.
Yeah.
Now, how much would Archie pay as a self-employed YouTube celebrity?
Well, the thing is, this actually it depends, because if his income was low, then he will get his council tax partly subsidised. So,
And if I was homeless living in a park, you wouldn't have to pay any council tax, would you?
no, of course not. No.
Okay.
But if you lived in a bedsit, where where you're just renting one room in a house, you wouldn't have to pay.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
And council tax, is it per house? Like, is
yes,
it?
It's based on the house. It's based on the rate. Based on the value of the house and the size of the house.
So if you're just renting a bed set in the house, you would pay not much.
You wouldn't pay anything.
Oh, okay. And how aggressive are they in collecting council tax?
Well, the thing is this, you see, the difference is when it comes to council tax, it's not like it's a personal debt. It's technically under the Crown. So they can just come in and take everything. And if you don't pay by value of goods that they take, you can go to prison.
I see.
Jeez, and I don't understand these bailiffs. Do bailiffs really... See, in Australia, we don't have bailiffs who come around seizing goods.
Well, the thing is, you see, but listen, Paul, they only can seize goods if they've actually had actually been to court and actually found that they owe the money. They can't just turn up and say,
what if you tell them to fuck off?
It has to go to court first.
No, you don't understand, Z, Captain Z. They can even force their way. They once they're at your house, they can just seize goods. You tell them to fuck off, they can call the police and have you arrested for obstructing
but hang on a minute, Archie. Apart, if it's normal, if it's like, say, for instance, you owed a company or a person, and then get a court order, and they send bailiffs round, right?
Yeah.
The bailiff can only come into your property providing you've let them in. If you've never let them in, they have no right to enter your property.
Well, they shove their foot in the door. As soon as you open the door, they shove their foot there.
Yeah, but if you don't open the door, they've got no right to go in. Once they've been in once, then they can force a way in a second time.
It's like the Gestapo, basically.
Oh no, the Gestapo shoot you.
Yeah, that's true. They don't kill you, but maybe that's next.
So, have you ever these bailiffs, high court enforcement officers? Have you?
It doesn't even have to go to high court. It can be normal county court.
But that's what they call. They got a high court warrant, haven't they? High court. They got a live warrant. They call it. They got a live.
Yeah, but that's the next stage. That's if you want to speed it up. You go to
Have you ever taken anyone to the high court to get money out of them?
No, but I'll give you a tip. What I have done is, like, for instance, one of my televisions, I've got a really expensive television and it packed up after 4 years. And under UK law, they say that under the Normal Sales and Goods Act, it should get at least 5 to 6 years life out of any product, right?
Wow.
So Samsung told me basically to F off, right?
Yes.
So I just said, I'm not arguing with you. I sent them the county court papers and they paid up within 2 days and replaced the panel on the TV.
Are you joking?
No, because it cost them more to attend court and get someone to attend court than what it would cost to replace the panel.
Actually, I got to tell you something about those Koreans. I did the same with my vacuum from LG.
Yeah.
Super chat.
Witty New Yorker, Merry Christmas. Just read about Joma Shop grossing $100 million in annual revenue. This surely beats retail stores like Macy's watch department. What are your views on that?
Oh yeah, these grey dealers. The internet is cleaning up retail. This is exactly right. Yes. Yes.
But I would never buy a watch from Joma Shop because they don't give you papers.
I don't know if that's true. Well,
Rudy.
Don Haynes bought his Speedy from there. He said they don't give you papers.
They
Yeah,
give
you
you
know-
their paper. Go
I
ahead.
don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
I bought from them. They have they actually have pre-owned watches now as well.
Oh.
And I bought a pre-owned Bell and Ross for a huge, way
Huge
off retail.
Yeah.
It wasn't huge. Yeah, huge. It was like I bought it for like 2,000. I think retail was 4,500. It was, and I had the box, the manual, and a warranty card, but it was kind of someone sort of mucked it up a little bit and covered up and fiddled with it, so like wiped out some details as to where it came from. So Rudy's right about that part. And there were no, there was no papers and evidence of where it was purchased and all that kind of thing. But I mean, if you're just looking for the best deal, I think it's probably okay to buy from there. But if you run into a service problem, you could be royally fucked. I assume. Don't know much about Joma Shop service department because you get a Joma Shop warranty, right? So who the heck wants to protect? Who wants to protect with a Joma Shop warranty? Really, a little scary.
But a lot of stuff doesn't go wrong with watches. I mean, seriously, if it's working, warranty just covers manufacturing flaws if it fails. I mean,
true, very true.
It's I'm just sending the link, Clive. I'm just trying to talk and find the link. Won't be long.
All right.
But the thing is, at this point in the UK,
Yeah,
I find that I can buy watches cheaper, new, than what people are paying second hand.
you got some good contacts.
I mean, there was a guy I sorted out an AP for from an AD from the US. He came over to the UK. It retails at 48 grand, right? And I got it for him for 34. And you won't be able to buy one on Chrono24 or anywhere else secondhand for that money.
Well, and also, if you buy enough watches, that sort of quality of watches, you kind of get on the dealer's preferred list.
Well, it's not even that. It's like for someone like you, Clyde, in certain circumstances, it's cheaper for you to fly to the UK, buy the watch and get a discount, and then get the tax back at the airport and come home again.
I bought from an AD about a week ago. I bought an IWC Big Pilot retail. And they gave me a significant discount and a pretty good trade-in on a Reverso.
You sold a Reverso? What the hell were you thinking? Why would you do that? What sort of Reverso was it?
976. Fucking gun.
Oh, that's a gorgeous. That's a Reverso Grand.
I know.
Why would you sell a 976? What did they give you on that?
I don't want to give all the details. I got almost what I paid for it back.
But you bought an IWC at retail.
Yeah, but the Big Pilot is not a watch that drops like a rock. I don't plan on selling it, but
it's a cool watch. The Big Pilot is they're very expensive, but
well, yeah, that's why I wanted to find something to help pay for it.
You sold the Clyde. What do you think of that? Selling the IWC to get a Big Pilot, the Reverso. Clyde, this guy.
I got a discount.
Teach him, Clive. Tell him, Clive.
Buy what you like.
Want to see it? I'll show it to you.
Yeah, show it to us, please.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry if you don't love
Rudy,
the watch.
I don't know, Rudy. What do you think of that? Would you be selling trading a 976 to get a Big Pilot, Rudy?
I don't sell any watches. The only watches I sell are Rolexes to make money.
That was the point I was getting to. Yeah. But yeah, you don't buy him to wear them. You don't buy him to wear them. You just buy him to flip them.
Yeah, he would have been better off buying some Rolexes to flip to pay for it.
Hey, Simon. Simon just joined, but he fell out. What happened? Okay. Captain Z, show us this. Speak.
It's a, let's see if I can get it on the camera. It's not, it's a, just came out. It's a, let me put it, okay. Big Pilot Heritage. I think the model number is 5010-04. It's a titanium. It's kind of got the vintage look.
I love that dial.
Like
I like that retro. It's got the patina loom.
But
exactly,
it reminds me, Zenith have brought out some pilot watches that look similar to that recently.
Thing's fucking awesome. I love it.
How much does that retail for?
13.2.
Shit, 13.2 US. My God.
Yep.
You could get a new one for that.
Well, that was retail, right? And then I got a good discount and I traded another watch. And it happened to be an upsetting Reverso for you guys.
You didn't love the Reverso?
I liked it a lot, but
you wanted something different.
Maybe I do some stupid shit sometimes. I've made some big fuck ups, but right now I don't feel bad about it because I love the Big Pilot so much. But
so Captain Z, what do you do for work?
You know, what I do for work? I work in a. I'm a very.
You don't have to say what you do. Just industry.
Pharmaceutical industry.
So tell me this.
He's a high court bailiff.
That's right.
So tell me this, Captain Z. You've been married. This is your third marriage, right? You must admit, divorce takes a lot of money out of you, don't you think?
Oh God. My second wife was a major disaster. It would be. I don't want to air it on here, but from many different directions, and financially, it was horrendous. Yeah. She was actually siphoning money from my accounts, and I was working so hard at the time I didn't realize it, which is on me. But there would be thousands of dollars that disappeared, and plastic surgery that occurred that I wondered how she paid for it. All those kind of wonderful things.
What kind of plastic surgery?
Oh, you could guess, maybe.
Boob jobs? Well, you're getting the benefit from the boob job, weren't you?
Well, that was very close to the divorce, so you know.
Oh, okay. So she is prepping for the new guy.
Didn't really care at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Do you have kids with this woman?
With Jenny?
No, the second wife. That was disastrous.
The nightmare.
Yes.
Ooh,
so it's an ongoing disaster.
Fine. Yes, it's a monthly disaster. The amount I pay, yes. But it's we don't have alimony and those kind of things.
Oh, that's good. How many children do you have, Captain C?
We have, well, between Jenny and I, we have 4. But I have 1 biological son and then 3 stepdaughters.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Talking of which, Archie, there's a great TV program in the UK.
Yes.
You ought to watch. And it's about families that got 12 plus kids in a family.
Wow, what's it called? I love UK TV.
I think it's called 12 Kids and Counting or something like that.
Okay. I thought it might have been called Britain on Benefits. They seem to have a lot of kids.
But the thing is this, these people with 12 kids are not working either. They're not working.
Well, obviously.
12
well, because, because, unless they're both earning fairly good wages, just the cost of daycare will be enough to more or less take out. I mean, one of the parents would probably just all their earnings would be going towards daycare, really, with 12 kids, or probably both.
Archie, have you seen a UK TV show called Little Britain?
Yes. I'm really addicted to. Can't pay, will take it away. Super skinny, super size versus super skinny. Food inspector, that sort of stuff.
Have you seen the Gordon Ramsay ones called Gordon's Kitchen Nightmares?
Yeah.
Actually, I was going to say Simon, being a Scottish, a British butcher, probably might see a lot of these people who don't work and have all the kids and have all the benefits. Do you have anything to chime in on that, Simon?
Well, can you hear me okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good, because I've had to use my laptop. I'd rather not think of these people, to be honest with you. No, there's certainly plenty of them about, it has to be said.
They all know their rights, by the way. They all know their rights.
Well, what always makes me laugh is that they'll come up to me, complain about the amount of fat on a steak, and then buy sausages. And they'll be big fatties themselves. So it always irks me, makes me laugh, that does.
So how are the punters this year? Simon, how were the punters this year?
Not too bad. Today wasn't too busy. Christmas Eve's gone from the busiest day of the year, and it's sort of dropped off a little bit now. So Christmas isn't as busy as it used to be. Well, Christmas Eve isn't as busy as it used to be. But as you could tell by last night, I had an early start this morning, but I got finished reasonably sharp. I got finished for sort of midday, so it wasn't too bad. So I'm glad it's over with, though. I'm glad it's over with.
Oh, super chat, by the way. Guess who? Tansil, sorry. Archie, would you prefer playing a 50-over cricket match with this British bloke you have on? Which British bloke are you talking about? Or tattoo the governor's squire with a lion and shark on your ass?
I'd prefer to play the cricket. The cricket.
Yeah, well, you stole the ashes from us.
Okay, Tansil, sorry, I read your super chat. Go ahead.
From us Brits.
Okay, Simon, would you rather have your hand up a lamb's ass making a few dollars butchering, or listen to Mark Goldberg audiobook and walking dogs wearing a Casio?
Simon's gone, I'm afraid.
Okay, Rudy? Would you... okay, Rudy, no, he joined again. Simon, are you back with us?
Yeah, I'm back in, sorry.
We have a super chat devoted... You have a super chat devoted to you. Archie gets the money, but you get to answer the question. Simon, would you rather have your hand up a lamb's ass making a few dollars butchering, or listen to Mark Goldberg's audiobook on walking dogs while wearing a Casio?
Oh, fucking lamb's ass any day.
Okay.
Lamb's ass. Yeah, without shadow of a doubt. Lamb's arse over Mark Goldberg's book. Sorry, Mark.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Simon. I was watching more can't pay will take it away. These bailiffs. Do you use bailiffs for tenants who don't pay the rent? That's what I don't understand. You were telling me about one of your rental houses where they were behind. Why don't you get your high court bailiffs out there? Just get those geezers. Go to high court bailiffs.
Okay, well,
why don't you get the bailiffs out there?
About 3 years ago, I had a woman not paying her rent. She, after about 3 months, I served an eviction notice on her. That's the sheriff officers or bailiffs that do that.
Yes.
She still didn't move. I then had to get a lawyer involved to try and get her forcibly evicted. And then what happened was that then takes about 4 or 5 months to go to court. And the time it got to court, she'd applied for housing benefit. So she applies for housing benefit. Basically, the council pay your rent for you. And literally the day it went to court, housing benefit come up with the rent money, backdated, 8 months worth, so £4,400.
Yes.
Goes to my letting agent.
Yep.
Which is all the backdated rent, which is absolutely wonderful. But the letting agent then takes their £700 worth of fees, and then I get a bill from the lawyer for £3,700. So it was one of them ones where it cost me the backdated rent that I got back. It cost me as much in lawyer's fees to chase it.
I love stories with a happy ending.
Yeah.
There you go, Clyde.
Simon, but if you refused to accept the money and took it to court, you would have won costs as well against her.
You know what? Half the time it's not worth the hassle, especially in a place like Scotland where landlords are. I mean, I think it's Britain wide, but Scotland specifically, they will paint landlords in a bad light. You know, if you're a landlord, you're some sort of fat cat oligarch who's.
No, you're a lad. You're a lad. You're a lad. You're a lad.
Well, they see you as some sort of Shylock, you know.
Simon.
Sorry.
What was that?
Is that one of wee Jimmy Cranky's laws that she put in?
Pretty much so, yeah. I mean, it's like the SNP, as Rudy just said, that the SNP have brought in various rules to basically stop bailiffs going into your house and lifting your television. So that sort of thing doesn't happen so much in Scotland. In fact, I think it might even not happen at all now. But if you're a landlord in Scotland, you're the pariah, you're the bad guy. All the law sits with the tenant. So that's the way that goes. So
let me get a couple of super chats out of the way. A couple of super chats out of the way from Fluffy Kitten, a whopping $2. Fluffy Kitten has a question for everyone involved in the chat. Everyone in this session, do you have foreskin?
I'm waiting for the punchline.
No, that's the question. Do you have a foreskin?
Well, Archie doesn't. Archie keeps his in a wee jar beside his bed.
I haven't checked. I haven't been able to check for years. That turtle, Clyve, we were talking about, I haven't been able to check for years. I'll ask.
I lost mine in the divorce, so.
Well.
All right. Tanzil, I'm sorry.
What did she take?
Yeah, she took that too.
She took your balls as well.
Just about. Vasectomy, and then I got divorced like 6 months later.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, yeah. I guess she didn't want me paying child support and any gal coming after her, I guess. That's actually kind of smart thinking on her part now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, Rudy, being a pristine collection of luxury watches, how do you lower your standards by being in the presence of ETA shitters like Archie Spryling?
Actually, one of my favorite watches is a Seiko 5. So that's lower than Archie's ETA.
What's that watch you're showing, Captain Zed? What is that?
Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt Rudy there. I'll show it to you, but Rudy was talking.
Sorry.
That's okay. Show me. I'm interested.
Okay. I don't know much about this, but I bought it a few months ago. It's a Vacheron, the white gold Vacheron grand date. It's 38 millimeters, has kind of bizarre lugs, and then the
that's big money.
I didn't pay big money for it.
How much was that?
I got it for about $6. This is one of the ones I bought because of the deal.
Wow, that's a great watch.
You think that?
It's gorgeous.
I don't really know what it's worth yet, ultimately. But
Chrono 24. Have you been on Chrono 24?
Yeah, I need to look. They don't come up. I'll have to look again. Last time I looked, there wasn't any. Oh.
Yeah, but even Chrono 24 is not very accurate on a price. You get
No.
a lot of chances on there. You know, the way to do it is to go onto something like eBay and look at sold listings, and then get the average price.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
You keep running the show, Clyve. I'm just going to go and grab a coffee. Okay, I'm going to grab a coffee. You keep.
Just before
hosting.
you grab a coffee, Paul, I've got a question for you.
Sure.
Do you know the 3 things you should never say to Mark Goldberg in a gay bar?
What's that?
Fuck me, the beer's cheap. Fuck me, it's hot in here.
Yes.
Can I push your stool in?
Oh God.
Can I what?
God. Push your stool in.
He's a cool guy. He's a very, very cool guy. Mark Goldberg is one of the coolest. I love gay men, by the way. I love gay men.
Well, apparently Mark said he's not gay, but his boyfriend is.
Mark's a real cool guy. I love Mark. I tell you honestly, he's always upbeat and happy.
He also has suspiciously smooth skin for a man of nearly 60. And I noticed his forehead is practically wrinkle-free. I'm not insinuating anything, of course.
Actually, Simon, you know, he's a Porsche. He's a Porsche.
Botox, yes.
He's a Porsche guy
like
you.
Yes, I know he is. Oh, not really. No, he's got one of these Porsche 4-wheel drive things. That's not
a Macan S.
You know, I'm afraid that's not cricket as far as I'm concerned. You have a 911 or a Boxster or a Cayman. Don't be getting a 4x4 Porsche. You know, it's like a quartz fucking Rolex.
Yes, I've been watching that health inspector one. I found that one with the Chinese restaurant with the rats, by the way.
Oh, beautiful!
I found that
beautiful.
I found it. Yeah, that was food inspectors. Yeah, they closed it down. He had that sticky tape.
Yeah, disgusting.
You know. Okay, I'm gonna go and grab a coffee. There's a super chat just come in. You host it, Clyve.
Rudy, super chat for Rudy. Rudy, would you trade your Nautilus 5711 for a peerage title as a gentry, potentially in an urban area like Knightsbridge, with a lion coat of arms?
No.
Okay. Thank you for the $5. Anyway.
Can I ask Captain Zed quickly? Captain, whereabouts in the world are you?
America.
America? What part of America?
No.
America. Yeah, I'm from America.
America.
Oh, he's getting all shy. He's getting all shy now. Yeah, I'm not telling you where I live.
Yeah, I'm from America.
He's a Texan.
Oh well.
Really?
Oh, very good.
Yep. You know, yeah, I'm actually, and you realize gun laws are really drastically different over here, right?
What's that, sorry?
You realize gun laws are drastically different over here, right?
Oh, God, yes. Oh, yeah. Far better over there.
Yeah, actually over here now, like when you're born, they give you a concealed carry license and they just staple it to your birth certificate.
Especially in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I heard that.
Which reminds me, Clyde,
more and more.
Talking about the series of the young ones, right?
Right.
There was an episode where one of them had to get a job, and one looks at a job advert to join the army, and the advert says, "Join the professionals. You can have a gun if you want."
Well, I just told him I was a pacifist.
That's the one where Neil ends up joining the police, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
and
he ends up cut off.
Yeah, and all he has to do is go.
Yeah.
That's the only requirement. Is you have to make the nose.
Open up, open up! It's the pigs.
Yeah.
It's pigs.
Oh, Steve Hillage.
Hey, Rudy, who was it that played Space Captain Warlock in that scene? Who was it again?
I don't know, but he ended up in
we were talking about that one night.
He ended up in EastEnders,
That's right.
didn't he?
That's right. He did, didn't he?
And he says, this is Captain Warlock of the Starship Freakout.
Okay.
It's the Space Captain Warlock. Brilliant. Don't flush the toilet, man. It's only Neil.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Simon.
Come on, Neil. Come in and take that tit off your head.
Right.
Simon, would you prefer... Okay, super chat. Simon, would you prefer mixing an entire bottle of Macallan 25 with soda pop, or let Federico roll down the Highlands wearing your most expensive watch?
Federico roll down my Highlands.
Wearing your most expensive watch, or mix an entire bottle.
I'm sorry, Tanzil. I don't know how Tanzil thinks these ones up. I'll have to go for the Macallan again, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Because anything to do with rolling down a hill with another man is a no-no.
Or no, let him roll down the Highlands wearing your most expensive watch.
Ah, but Highlands, therefore, must be a double entendre for something else.
Ah. Double? Double?
Double entendre. Yeah, double entendre.
You mean double entendre?
You know, whatever. Double, double. I call it a double. They are. I'm just looking at my computer screen and wondering why you're frozen, Clyve.
Then
I realise that no, you're okay now. I'm looking at you on my phone, which is I've got my Google Hangouts on the phone, which is what I'm speaking to you through. But I'm looking on the computer and I've got you paused, but I'm just using it to look at the chat.
So, well, yeah,
I can't.
I'm looking at me pause too on my second laptop, and it's always the most unflattering picture you could ever think of.
I mean, yeah, Clyve,
it's true.
Clyve,
How true is that?
Clyve, do you know why Australian men get married?
Why? What? Australian men get married? Why?
Sheep can't cook.
Fuck's sake, Rudy.
That's more like New Zealand. I thought that was more New Zealand. Okay.
Like, why do Australian men turn sheep on their backs? So
why is that?
Kiss it first.
Okay. What's better? What's better than roses on a piano?
A woman naked.
Tulips on an organ.
Yeah.
If I knew the patter was going to be this shite, I would have gone and got my patter book out and had a look. And oh Christ! I just looked up and EastEnders is on the fucking television. That's going turned off. Why is EastEnders the most?
Captain said, "Can you give us a status of your collection?" Oh, and actually,
Captain said's gone.
Oh well, I guess he's happy. No, he just told us a little bit about it. He just traded in a Reverso for a.
That's a cool watch. That IWC. That is a cool watch. But it reminds me of a Zenith one they brought out, because Zenith brought out a series of pilot watches recently. Very
that would be the UR A, I think, rather than the UHRB. Because when everyone thinks about the German Luftwaffe watches, it's the UHRB pattern, and that's more the like 24-hour, and that's more of a conventional one, if I'm thinking right.
And there was another company that brought out some watches recently that were based on. I think they were German military watches, and you can buy them so they look like they were actually really old watches from the war. They've actually finished them to look battered up and really rough finished.
Oh, kind of like my DHs. Well, actually, my DHs are not bad shape considering what they've been through. They look like they've been through a war, and they have been. Okay, Rudy, did you rob Paul Thorpe for your collection, or are you killing the Butchery game and have come to let Simon know that he should move to Wales?
What's Wales got to do with it, and B, what's Paul Thorpe got to do with it?
I don't know. I'm just reading the question.
Well, I don't understand the question because
I think that's
the point.
It doesn't
mean anything because I don't live in Wales for a start, and B, Paul Thorpe wouldn't have a collection like mine anyway.
Okay, so anyway, thanks for the $5. I'm sure Archie's probably counting it when he's doing whatever he's doing. Sorry, go ahead. Okay, Captain Zed, are you back with us?
He is.
Okay, Captain Zed, someone super chatted, wanted to know the status of your collection.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, we got audio problems again.
He's very distant.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Zed, what you need to do is have headphones on. Just talk to us via the Google Hangouts app, but you must have YouTube muted if you're looking at that on another device, or if you've got it playing in the background. You must have YouTube muted and use the audio through Google Hangouts. I think you've got earphones in as well, have you not? There he is.
Okay, Captain Zed, are you back with us? Hello?
He's chatting away. You can't hear him.
Jesus Christ, how long does it take him to get a coffee?
That's the beauty of Zed's out again. That's the beauty of just using your phone for Google Hangouts like this. Is I can just quite easily get up and go away and make a coffee and go for a piss while none of you are blissfully unaware of what I'm doing.
Hey guys,
it's only when you're sort of there. He's back. He's back.
I'm back. Hey, I had to hang the washing up because there's no air indoors. Simon, don't piss off your wife. Otherwise, cleaning, washing, and making coffee, you got to do it yourself. Let me give you the drum. Let me give you the drum. It is very, very lonely when you've told all these women, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Well, let me just tell you this. It's a lonely place to be. But I went over to my old man's house, and he got divorced when he was 65, right? Just as he retired. He's still talking about it. That was like 4 years ago. He's still talking about it. He's still very bitter.
Okay, Simon, would you prefer wearing that ridiculous hat that Captain Zed has onto the local haggis eating convention, or purchase a Bamford watch?
Right, let me try and decipher this one again. Simon, would you prefer wearing the ridiculous hat that Captain Zed has on
to the local haggis eating convention? So you would have to go to the local haggis convention and eat haggis wearing Captain Zed's ridiculous hat, or B, purchase a Bamford watch.
No, I would take the haggis with a stupid hat.
Well,
so it's not actually a stupid hat. I mean,
I think Bamford.
Sorry, Zed.
Cool.
You think Bamford watches are cool?
I do. And the guy James Bamford, his father owns JCB.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's why. Bamford. That's what JCB.
I love Maria Bamford, and I think it's wonderful she's making her own watches.
Rolex doesn't like what he does, but you know that, don't you, Simon?
What, it doesn't like what Bamford do with their watches?
Yeah,
no,
sorry. I mean, not
Rudy.
Simon. What's Rudy? They don't approve of what he does. You know that, don't you?
No, but you know that he's teamed up with Zenith now, and he's doing Bamford Zenith watches. He's teamed up with them. They've joined forces.
With Zenith?
Yeah, actually, Simon, that's a great career for you. Bailiff. High Court Enforcement Officer. I think you'd be perfect at it, Simon.
That's my brother. That's what my brother did.
How does he find that?
My brother.
How does he find that? How does he find going to people's houses who owe a £50 parking fine and telling them it's escalated with fees to £790?
Truthfully, and this is just about to get a little bit dark, this conversation, it pretty much pushed him to a mental breakdown.
Is that right?
Doesn't like doing it at all. Yep, he thinks he got to a point in his life where he thought he was a bad person for doing it. He had a situation a couple of years back. Mm-hmm. They went to it. He has gone to houses before to evict people, right? Yes. And the person that's opened the door, he's facing the door, has had no inclination that they were being evicted.
Yes.
And their partner or their son or whoever was dealing with it, or whoever the house was in the name of,
yes, hadn't
bothered to inform them. So he evicted an old couple once. The son was supposed to be paying the mortgage. The son wasn't paying the mortgage.
Yeah.
And he had to go and throw this old couple out. There was another instance where a couple of colleagues of his had went to a house. They knocked on the door. the guy sort of comes to the door. It's about 9:30, 9:45 in the morning. And they said, well, you know, we're here to evict you. You've had plenty of notice. He said, I've no idea what you're talking about. He said, my wife deals with that sort of thing. And they said, where's she in? And he went, well, I'm just off a night shift. He said, I went to bed. And he said, she takes the kids to school. He says, but she should be back by now.
Yes.
And he said, look, we're coming anyway. And they said, well, you know, we have to sort of start getting things going. One of the guys that worked with Andrew's colleague, they had one of these, it was a big house, and they walked through the kitchen, and there was a door into a double garage from the kitchen. Yes. He said they walked into the garage, and there's the wife hanging. She come back, dropped the kids at school, come back and hung, knew the sheriff officers were coming around, hung herself.
Fuck! You're joking.
No, hid it all from her husband. He had not a clue. He didn't have a clue.
And what did they do? That's just disgusting.
I imagine they probably took her down off the rope.
That's awful. That is so awful. So she committed suicide. Yeah. You're joking, aren't you?
Yeah. He's also, Andrew has, I suppose I'm not really supposed to discuss what he doesn't really talk in depth about it, but he has walked onto a plane before with the police and a couple of social workers and stopped, you know, basically a father taking his children out of the country. I don't exactly know where the destination was, but they literally walked on the plane. He'll have papers because as a sheriff officer, he is essentially almost like a civil policeman, if you would. Technically, he's kind of like a policeman. He's an officer of the court, and walked on the plane, served the father the papers, and the social workers there lift the children. The police are there to make sure this is in a plane full of people.
Yes.
And off they go. Leave the man sitting on the plane by himself.
Well, I'll tell you something else, Paul, as
well. A couple of super chats real quick before they drop off, guys. Rudy, we'll get back to you.
I'll tell you one of the bailiff scams for bailiff companies, not necessarily the bailiffs themselves, but the companies.
Yeah.
Is that sending the checks that they pay off every month to the bailiff, right? To pay off the debt, right? Then come to an agreement. And they pay it off monthly.
Yeah.
And then what happens is the bailiff companies say they didn't receive the check, so they can send somebody out and then bump up the fees to charge more money. And that's what they do. So the person sent the check to the office, but then the bailiff office say they never received it, even though they did. So they can send someone out to charge another £300 or £400 on top of the fee.
Yes. Okay, Clyve, take over, Clyve.
Rudy, would you purchase a Bamford watch, replace the Popeye with arch fisting the hours and seconds on the dial, or just buy a fake one like Federico's would?
Listen, I don't buy fakes, so I'd have to buy the real thing.
So you would rather buy a Bamford watch and replace the minute and hour hands of Popeye with Archie fisting the hours and minutes on the dial? Okay.
Yeah.
That would actually, yeah. Oh, and the other one dropped off. Well, wait. Oh, God, we're really dropping behind. Louis Toledo, what do you think of the Panerai P9100 in-house movement? It's a black-colored movement on the ceramic PAM 580 and other ones. Anyone have any topic? Anyone have anything?
But I'll tell you something about Bamford. Robert Downey Jr. owns a Bamford GMT.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Downey Jr. has got one.
Wow.
Well, I mean, like I said, the PAM 9100, I remember reading something about it. It's the PAM 9000, and they made quite a few adjustments to it. And I can't remember specifically what they are, but what I was reading is that they corrected so many parts on the 9100. It's just like I felt sorry reading the article for the people that bought the earlier P9000 movement. Anyway, so Archie, do you have anything to say about the Panerai P9100 in-house movement?
Look, I'm very skeptical on any of these Panerai stuff there. It's yeah, look, it's just I love PAMs, right? But I'd go for very simple PAMs. I mean, these you got to remember, Panerai is owned by Richmond. Would you really trust Richmond? These are the same people who removed those screws. They went back to spring bars on Panerai. They're the same people.
Coutts owned by Richmond, Archie.
Sorry?
JJ Le Coutts is owned by Richmond also.
Yeah, Vacheron is too. It's there's some evil there, but look, I really think
they also went from the screws to the spring bars. They also went from screw down backs to snapbacks.
Yeah, and they also made a Panerai that's 30 meters waterproof. I mean, come on. I don't honestly, and they don't really drop the prices. Panerai themselves,
Archie, did you know that they're not allowed to say it's waterproof unless it's completely sealed? They have to say it's water resistant.
Yes, you're right. Well, there's nothing is really waterproof. Even Rolex is water resistant, isn't it?
No, in Rolex's terms and conditions, they will not guarantee the water resistance unless you have the seals changed annually or checked.
Yes, correct. You're right. That's just how it goes there.
Actually, Archie does have his Rolex seals checked anally, so.
But Archie, have you ever thought about selling your Polar Explorer 2 for, say, a GMT?
Up your volume, Rudy.
Have you ever thought about that?
No. I always loved the Explorer 2. It's such a cool kind of watch. I always liked it.
Vic C wants to pay Archie Luxury $2 to shout aloud, Slick Vic rules.
Slick Vic rules.
Awesome. Go ahead.
Slick Vic.
Okay, yeah. And
Clyve.
and Rudy, we're also getting some feedback. People are having trouble hearing you.
Simon, I wanted to ask you, Simon, that is such a fucking horrible story where he's turned up and this lady's hung herself. This is just that's just terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that wasn't my brother. That was one of his colleagues that had to deal with that. But you know, just not very nice at all.
I suppose. Nice. Look, it's not really it's not a really uplifting job, is it? You're going there to see people when they're at their lowest. They're desperate. They don't know the law. You're using thuggish behavior. It's really, I think to be honest with you, Simon, it's not a real good job to have.
It's a bit more. It's a bit more professional in Scotland. The way the Scottish law differs from the main UK law, in the respect that a sheriff officer, a messenger at arms in Scotland.
I'll tell you what you might find interesting. I used to own a security company that used to provide store detectives and man guarding, right? Where we used to catch these thieving little gits.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to own a company, and I used to provide it for big blue chip companies in the UK.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, and there was one guy, right?
Yeah.
A bit drunk, and you get these doors where you push the bars open, the exit doors to open the doors. You push the two bars down to open the door, right?
Yeah.
Fire exit. Well, this guy tried to escape through the exit doors, but he was running faster than what they opened, so he completely knocked himself out. It was like from a cartoon with the birds and the stars going.
Yes.
Oh,
Rudy,
while you're warmed up, we have another super chat. What is more likely to occur this year, in your opinion, Rudy? Chelsea defeating both Manchester teams in the EPL (parentheses, hi Simon), or Archie purchasing ETA-based shooters?
Well, put it this way: I am a Chelsea supporter, so I have to say, since the Russian has taken them over, they're absolutely a load of old tosh anyway. So I think it's more likely to be Archie buying some more ETAs than for Chelsea to do it well in the league, in my opinion, really. But actually, hang on a minute. Couldn't you argue, Paul, that if you buy Swap, it's got an in-house movement?
Yeah, it's like you buy a Turner. That's an in-house movement too, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you guys, what is your New Year's resolution? Tell me this. Sorry, Clyve.
Oh, by the way, comment from Jimmy, unpaid, but still, Rudy must be the man on the fucking moon. Can't fucking hear him.
Very, very. Clyve, what's your...
Just because it says it's an in-house movement doesn't necessarily mean it's a good movement.
No, very true, very true, very true indeed.
That's just marketing.
Yes. Yes, and you saw how Tag Heuer, they had an in-house movement that turned out to be a Seiko Instruments movement. Remember that? That was a bit of a scandal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Paul, about a guy who had a Monaco, an original, and they messed up the back when you took it for a survey.
Oh yes, yes, that's exactly right. They use glue. They use glue to put seal. It's just absolutely, you never use glue. Guys, I want to ask you, New Year's coming up. What is your aims? I'll tell you my aims. Let me tell you my aims, and I want to ask every one of you what your aims are. For me, I'm getting my discount ETA diver, and then I'm going to cancel my last credit card, pay it out, and cancel it. I just can't have it. I have to cancel it. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my aim this year. What is your aim, Simon? Watches and personal goals.
Okay, watches, as we discussed last night, I'll probably stay the same unless something that really grabs my attention, in which case I'll maybe flip the grape dial. Which
I thought you bought that new. How could you flip the grape dial? That's you love that watch.
Well, yeah, I do, but that's what I'm saying. If I see something that really floats my boat, then I'll toss the grape dial for it. But that's probably not going to happen. As regards to personal life,
I got to tell you, I'm sad you got rid of the Brumont. You loved your Brumont.
I didn't really. It was okay. I mean, it took me a year from buying it. I bought it, and then I discovered all of you fuckers. And then, when you've got the likes of Dennis Van Patten chirping in your ear, oh, that's a shite, that's a shitter, that's a shitter. And you sort of, in that year, I learned sort of so much about watches and what have you. And then you realise that
you love that watch, but you love the Brumont. You loved the Brumont, didn't you?
I wouldn't say I loved it. It was okay. I wouldn't say I loved it. And would I recommend it over a similar priced Planet Ocean or Seamaster? No, I wouldn't. What we're talking about, so private personal accomplishments. I need to lose weight.
What? You're skinny mini. What do you mean by that?
Time out. Simon, what has got more wrist action? Any date just previously owned by Archie, or the lady boy dating sites that Archie is addicted to frequenting?
Oh gosh, the dating sites, I think.
Okay.
The dating sites, definitely. Oh yeah.
Now, Rudy, put your volume up. What's your horological? What are you doing? And what's your personal goals?
Well, actually, to be honest, Paul, I've done everything I need to do this year. Any watches that I buy are coming next year now, which is going to be through SIHH. I'm buying 2 Rolexes this week, but they've already been sold.
And what's happening as far as your personal life? Anything happening there? Any aims for the coming year?
Well, I'm working on some music projects. I can't talk about them now, but I've got some music projects coming up, which are pretty big. So that's starting in February, March. And I need to do that to buy more watches, obviously. Because I've got a rather few watches on order that I've got to be able to have the funds to pay for,
Yes. Any more Pateks?
Yeah, I've got I told you I've got the 5930 on order. I've got a 5726 on order as well.
Why don't you get a 5170?
A 5170
chronograph. Just
Yeah, well, the thing is, I don't need to because the 5930's got a chronograph in it. The World Time one.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's still cool.
It is. And I've already got 2 other chronographs. Well, I've got 3 chronographs. I've got APs, haven't I?
Yes. Okay. Clyve,
which is your favorite AP which is the favorite AP of mine I've got? Which one do you like the best?
I think that the 15202.
That's my favorite as well.
Yeah, I reckon that's a cool. I'm not really an offshore person, you know, the offshore. I don't mind the offshore diver, the offshore chronographs, but I think the 15202. I mean, they're so expensive. They're just look.
But can I tell you something about the 15202? Right? Let me explain to you about the 15202. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They make 1,000 a year globally. Right?
Yeah.
And 900 of them are gold.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Amazing shit. But
yeah.
Hey, I would love one, but I don't think it's. We'll see what happens in the future. Clyve, what's your aims? Tell me your aims, Clyve.
Rudy, can you please teach Simon your musical ways so that he can leave Butchery and realize the potential as an Irish fiddler to help purchase an AP? Every once in a while, man, he just strikes a home run.
Oh, well, maybe you can audition for X Factor. Or Britain's Got Talent.
Oh, dear.
I think Archie should audition for X Factor. He has enough X's. Okay, my goals. Now let's see. I want to get a Hoyer triple date, a Hoyer Baylor triple date, and I want to get a Speedmaster 321. And as for the week after that, we'll see.
So cool, Clyve.
Yeah, I'm actually. Actually, should be.
Archie, what watch would you ultimately like if you could just choose one watch? Someone said, right, you know, we're going to buy you a watch. Doesn't matter what it is, but you only can choose one. What would it be?
He would choose. Oh, I can answer that one. It's whatever money he could make the most profit from flipping.
No, he's not allowed to sell it. It's for him.
No, we're talking about Archie.
When you're saying one watch, you mean I would? Is that in addition to my meager, humble collection, or this is?
Yeah, in addition.
I would have to say I'm in love with the 5170.
So you wouldn't go instead for something like a Vacheron 1921?
That is so cool, but if unlimited money, I think I would honestly go for something like a 5170. I think it's so cool. Not that this is going to ever happen because they're so fucking expensive. But the Vacheron, I would want a few watches before I got the Vacheron. Does that make sense? I think the top watches for me, if someone said, hey, you can have anything, right? Right? Realistic. Actually, can I tell you a story? I got a lawyer friend of mine who's very, very, very successful corporate lawyer. One of his clients said, you can have any watch you want. You'll love this, Rudy. He actually said, how about a 5970? And the guy said, well, any watch within reason. And he actually went for a platinum Daytona. Hello?
I'm listening. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
See, what I don't get is this, Paul, right? And you'll understand this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The steel Daytonas on the grey market are going between 15 and 20K, right?
Yes.
Right? So for that kind of money, I'd rather have a white gold one.
No, but this was unlimited, whatever you want. So he said, okay, platinum Daytona with the icy blue dial. You know, it's got that special.
Yeah, it has that textured dial.
I mean, look, it's a gorgeous thing. It's a gorgeous thing. But if someone said to me I could have anything, I would say the top contenders. This isn't just the most expensive watch I could get, but I would have to say if it was Patek, 5170, right, or a 5396. That's an annual calendar. I like them. I mean, you might say, well, why wouldn't you go for a perpetual? Well, that's just the models I like, right? If it was a Rolex, someone said you could have any Rolex, right? Any gold Rolex, I'd have to go day date.
All right.
If it was any steel Rolex,
would you go for the day date platinum with the iStyle?
I'd go for any day date. They're silly enough to give me. But if it was any, I tell you what I really like is I'd love a gold Reverso. They are so sexy.
Yeah, they are nice, but soft.
But the tribute calendar they brought out. Look.
I think that's an amazing. I love the tribute calendar.
Yeah,
it's such a cool watch. Such a cool watch. It's really. I mean, I think if I had a I tell you honestly, what's working well for me is one watch per brand. One brand, one watch. That's working well for me. That simple rule, because otherwise I was super fussing on having two Pateks or another Rolex. I really like one watch per brand. It really keeps you focused.
So dump the Polar Explorer and get a real Rolex.
I love the Polar. That's always been the one I've loved. I loved that from 20 years ago. I thought, wow, that's a beautiful watch.
Well, okay, but do you have the same watch?
You know that Can't Pay, Take It Away program?
Yes, yes.
One of the bailiffs, he's got glasses and white hair, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
He wears a Cartier tank like the one I've got.
Does he?
Yeah. When you watch next time you look, he wears a Cartier tank from, say, like I've got.
I noticed. Yes, I noticed. He's also wearing a Cartier bracelet with the screws. You seen that as well?
I didn't see that. No.
Yeah, yeah. No, okay. I think that's the older guy, isn't it? Is that the old guy?
Yeah, over the glasses. He's always trying to be really helpful.
Ah, yes. Yes. Yes.
You know the one I mean.
Yeah.
I mean,
his name's Paul Bowhill. You know that?
No, I didn't.
Mm.
It's like with Vacheron. Which Vacheron would you choose? If you
look, I'd have to say I love the Toledo. You know the Toledo? But I got to say, that histories you've got in platinum is fucking amazing. That is one of the nicest watches in the world.
Archie, would you serenade Rudy Dobson in soprano with the Vegemite-covered carrot cake in hand in exchange for an original vintage Seiko 62 MAS?
Sure, I'd do that. Anything for something for free, I'd do.
Okay.
Make sure you get the watch first, though.
Yes, make sure. I got to tell you, I'm pretty.
Maybe a Blancpain Bath Escape. That might be something to look forward to next year.
I got to tell you, I'm pretty happy with my little humble collection there. I really quite like the pieces. Look, I think there's always people who are richer than you. There's always people who are poorer than you. I mean, I was talking to Simon.
Yeah, but watch collecting's not about that, is it? It's about owning what you like.
Well, I got to say, you know, I was talking to Simon the other day. For an average man in the UK to have one or two Rolexes is bloody expensive. Isn't that right, Simon?
Well, that's true. Yeah, they're not as cheap as what they are in other
I mean, you have these
parts of the world.
These guys who but I'm saying Rolexes are expensive. They're expensive for everyone. But what I'm saying is, Simon, it's hard for a normal person. You come on YouTube, you got all these wankers who have huge collections. They're so wealthy. But for an average person, it's very, very hard to get one Rolex is quite difficult.
Well, actually, in the UK, it's not, because what's happening now is, Archie,
yeah,
is they do a thing called zero interest free credit with Rolexes, right? And do you know what even second-hand Rolexes now, they're selling in home catalogues in the
Yeah.
Littlewoods.
But still, I mean, a Rolex is expensive. I mean, you're still looking at £5,000. How much did you pay for your grape dial, Simon?
That retailed at 3,600, and I paid 3,300.
That's a lot of money.
That was new.
Convert 3,300 British pounds to American dollars.
It's about
about
something.
$4,500.
$416.40.
44.16 for the 39.
36.
36.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. Simon.
Wait a minute, though, Clyve. Wait, sorry, wait a minute, Archie. I've got to say this, though. The swings and roundabouts here, right? Now, I was talking to somebody, an American, about this the other day. I can go to the dentist and get root canal treatment and pay £100.
Yes.
In America, you're paying $1,500, $1,800. You might get a cheaper Rolex, but when you've got to go to the dentist and pay 10 times what I pay, you know, it's, as I say, swings and roundabouts. So
it's very true.
You can look at it in that respect.
You're on the NHS. Dental is covered by the NHS, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I just no. If like I said, I'd love. There's been a couple of times I've looked at a blue dial, but I'd want to get a 39. I mean, I'm too big for a 36, really, if I was going to get a new one. I mean, I'm sure it's lovely on you, though.
No, that's fair enough. I understand. I like the 39s as well. I have got quite slender wrists, though. So
it's basically what the original Air King was, wasn't it? Without having the word Air King.
Oh, the original Air King?
Yeah. If you look at this design, it's exactly the same.
You mean like that one?
Yeah.
Style.
You're going to have to do something about that $5 camera, Clyve. But I got to tell you, you know, Simon, some of these people here, we've got a celebrity artist and a legal eagle. For mere mortals like me and you, Simon, we don't earn these big bucks. We've got a horde of children. We've got children and children to support, and we've got to pay bills and school fees and all uniforms.
But you say that, Archie,
angry wives.
Protect world time.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, the world time, it's a smaller one. You know, it's not a perfect one.
It doesn't matter if it's a smaller one.
Oh,
yeah.
How many Rolexes can you buy for the price of that world time?
Yeah,
not many, but you know, Rolexes you'd be looking at.
Rolex is really shut through the. Oh, by the way, Simon, while I appreciate your British economic view, seeing how you guys thought leaving Europe was a good idea, your lads still shell squales in New York City.
He's not my lad. He's not my lad. Yeah. Okay. So he's your lad now, Tanzil. He's your lad now.
Okay.
Simon, what would you get? Any dream watch for you? What's a dream watch for you? If you could have any watch.
I like the oh gosh, money no object. It'd have to be something like a Roger Smith. More reasonably priced. Let's say reasonably priced. Gigolo Ultra Geometry, one of them. Or I was in out our local jeweler's Christmas do about 4 weeks ago, and the Breguet lady was there. She was up from London, and oh man, there's some really nice Breguets. And
does my Breguet qualify as a Breguet? Does my Breguet qualify?
Oh no, that's common as muck. That one. That looks like 20. A tag. That does.
My Type 20.
Yeah, it looks like one of my brother's tags.
Ooh.
Well, no, I'd say it looks like a woman's fake jewelry bracelet.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't think Italians would wear that with tracksuits.
You don't think that's a real Breguet, Simon? Simon, you don't think that's a real Breguet?
No, for me, the Breguet is this classic look, just that classic dress style with the classic Breguet hands.
Yeah, I understand.
You mean
just
like a Breguet
beautiful, Gosh, no. What do they call that? Fucking
The classic one. I know what you're saying with the kind of the.
Yeah. But they showed me. She showed me one. I looked at. She had an ultra thin tourbillon in rose gold. It was 112,000 quid.
My God!
And then she pulled out the big boy, which was some celestial time world's
That's the marine
time thing, and it was 170 odd grand.
Dial.
Also,
wow.
That's the one.
Okay,
Yes,
Simon?
sorry, Archie. Sorry, Rudy. You're right. Yes.
Simon, I'm sorry, super chat. Simon, what do you think was more controversial this year? Brexit or Federico getting canned from What You Want, also known as Frexit?
Well, Brexit was last year, so it has to be Federico getting canned, if indeed he was canned. There is certainly a bit of there's definitely a bit of controversy around that one.
But Archie, don't you think that when Federico was on What You Want with Tim, it was like Laurel and Hardy?
Rudy, turn your volume up. We can't hear you.
I said, don't you think that when Federico was on What You Want with Tim, it looked like Laurel and Hardy?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. It's never entered my mind, to be honest with you.
Well, it's the fat and the thin one, isn't it? That's another fine mess you got me into. That's probably what he said when he left.
Oh, another fine mesh. Nice.
Because do you know what the thing was that, right? They came out with these bold statements on that program. And when you asked them to back it up, they wouldn't do it. For instance, they said that that Patek Philippe created the silicone spring because it was cheaper so they could make more money. And when I asked them to provide their source of information, they couldn't do it. It's all BS with them. They think they saying what you think is one thing, but if you're going to say something is fact, you've got to be able to back it up and show your source. Do you not agree?
Fair point. Fair point. Fair point.
Hey, Archie, just quickly.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Imperator 7777 is asking, and I've just fucking lost the bloody thing.
Yeah.
What was he asking there? He was asking, Archie, what did you genuinely make of Federico when you met him in Thailand?
Look, he paid for me to go to Thailand, and look, he was a nice enough guy. He's a very slick New Yorker, you know. He's sort of I kind of like the guy. He's he's typical New Yorker who's very, very, very generous, very, very. I'm kind of a bit sad that it. I think he basically used me to get leverage to go on to another channel, and that's what I didn't like, is being used. And I rang him one time. What really infuriated me, I rang him, and this other guy was in the background because I recorded it, and I could hear it in the recording. And
yeah,
I think honestly, look. He paid for me to go because he wanted to meet other watch dealers in Bangkok, and I introduced him to a guy who's he's a pretty wealthy, seasoned watch trader, and the problem was this: Federico claimed he worked for Richmond and he could get pieces. Liquidated pieces very, very cheaply, like 60% off retail. These were very, very cheap pieces, but you had to pay in advance, and there was no security. You couldn't pay it to Richmond. The invoice would be to a $2 holding company, which was allegedly owned by his brother, who would then negotiate the deal and then undo it, which was just very, very dodgy. I mean, look, if a deal, I don't understand why the hell they flew me there I don't understand. I honestly don't understand. I met him, and he wanted to meet some watch people I knew. The rich person, the watch dealer, said, "You got to be joking. I'm not going to pay a $2 holding company. What happens if you go broke? What happens? How do I get recourse if it goes bad? I mean, this is what I mean. Rich people aren't rich from being stupid. They don't get rich from being stupid. Sorry, yeah. Clyve, go on.
Super chat. AC, please give us new ideas for MIGTO in 2017.
Okay, no worries. I'll do that. But Simon, I think the thing is, he was nice enough. He was very generous. He's a very lovely. He's very charismatic sort of guy. I quite liked him. You know. I don't have thousands of pounds to buy watches in advance. I never had money like that.
Super chat.
Yeah.
Super chat. Archie, when you say Federico wanted you to introduce him to watch dealers and bangers, are you referring to the ones that are Nana Plaza and Our Lady Boys?
No. He wanted to. But the thing is this: I got to be honest with you. The whole thing went pear-shaped very quickly because rich people are rich for a simple reason. They don't do stupid things. They can see something that isn't. They're very, very. My contact said he'll buy. You bring any watches here, and he'll buy them for cash on the spot. But he didn't want to do that, and the whole deal fell to bits. There was supposed to be a list of items that were available. Federico never gave me the list of what was available. I don't know the truth. I really don't know the truth. I kind of the whole thing sort of fell into a heap. And I look like an idiot because I'd contacted about 3 or 4 dealers. They were waiting to see this list of watches that were available at hugely discounted prices. I was trying to get a consortium of buyers. And no list was ever produced. No list of inventory was ever produced. So I don't know what the hell to think.
Would you consider reaching out to him and burying the hatchet?
Look, I got to tell you the truth. He's also a liar.
I actually asked Federico if he would come on.
Just hang on a minute, Clyve. Let me just say this. He's also a bit of a liar. Let me give you an example. He told me that his GMT, he had a pre-ceramic GMT, right? He told me unconditionally he bought that from Jewelers on Time secondhand. Okay? He told me. Right. He told me he bought it from Kenny Nguyen, Jewelers on Time. I actually rang Kenny Nguyen and said, hey, a guy I know, Federico, I told him his name, told me he bought this off you. He's never heard of Federico. I said, he works for Richmond. He said, I still don't know the guy. He looked into he said, I would remember if I've sold a GMT pre-ceramic to anyone. That's what he said to me. He said, I would remember it, and I never sold it to him. So I got to be honest with you, where my radar went up was he's a bit of a bullshitter because why would he told me unconditionally that he bought this GMT from Jewelers on Time. He told me this. And I when I spoke to Kenny, I rang Kenny and said, have you dealt with this guy? He said, no, I've never sold him I've never sold him nothing. And I mean, Kenny doesn't lie. I mean, why would Kenny lie to me? So that kind of what I kind of think with Federico, he's a bit of a New York bullshitter. Because why would you say you bought this from Kenny? And then I asked Kenny, and Kenny said he's never heard of him. So I got to be completely honest with you. There were quite a few little white lies. I don't know why you'd even tell these white lies, but these white lies. Look, he was very generous to me. I mean, he paid for my ticket. He bought me. Yes. Sorry,
super chat. Archie, are Jewelers on Time simply the best? Is that because it is not about the money, it is their passion? Or would you rather buy a watch from Federico's?
Look, I don't want to. I don't at the moment. I don't have. I think they're an okay dealer. I've never bought anything from Kenny. They used to be a sponsor, but we've kind of moved apart there. I kind of prefer not to have a sponsor at the moment because I don't have to just toe the corporate line. I like to be more free. So I'm not really looking for a sponsor like that unless they were quite flexible. But I got to tell you this, in all honesty.
So you're in Bangers with Federico, and you had a business deal that went south.
Well, it didn't go south because
you gave him juice, you gave him soap, you gave him showers, you gave him breakfast.
Look, I tell you honestly, it didn't go south because I didn't lose any money. I got a free trip, and he bought me half a dozen shirts, and he took me to a really nice restaurant. So I got nothing to whinge about there. But he turned nasty to me. He turned nasty.
Didn't he also say he worked for Piaget?
Yes, that's Richmond. Yes, he did. He did. And he gave me a business card which said that as well. But I don't know the truth with him. Look, all I know is he kind of all I can say is this. He's very charismatic. I don't hate the guy. I don't hate him, but I think in some ways he's look, I think his new business venture, good luck to him. He can try that. I can't see a problem with that. I can't see a problem with that. He's sorry?
Would you give him a hug? Would you give him a hug if you saw him now?
Look, the reality is
I think they have to get their arms around each other for them to give each other a hug.
He's a bit slippery there. He is a bit slippery there.
And their penises would touch.
Look, I think the truth is, right, he's got a bit of a glass jaw, like a lot of Americans. They can give out negativity, but as soon as you say something negative to them, they turn really nasty. So I don't understand. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I got a free flight. He paid for my ticket, which the ticket was damn expensive because of the time of year, and he also took me to a beautiful dinner, and he bought me some shirts.
Do you know how I see it, Paul?
What's
From
that?
my experience of traveling around the world, right?
Yes.
With people like that, they're your best friend if they think they can get something from you, right?
Yes.
And they do certain things to try and impress you because they think they're going to get something from you. And then when they don't get it, is when they turn nasty.
Yes. I got to be honest with you there. I've had a few... Sorry.
There's a way on the live stream that you guys could iron out your differences.
Look, I got to tell you something.
And have a sumo wrestling challenge.
Archie's already done that.
I got to tell you something. I got to tell you, you know, I had another guy who befriended me. He set up the Brisbane Watch Forum originally, right? I went out, had lunches with, because he lives locally to me. He became a really good friend. Then he resigned from the Brisbane Watch Forum. I said, okay, that's fine. And now he doesn't even answer my calls. I tried to send him a text message, doesn't even talk to me. Completely.
Really?
Yeah.
Super chat. If the governor dipped into his peerage coffers and bought you a few HJs and bangers from bearded women, would you, as Simons would say, give a hug?
If anyone buys me anything, I'll give them a hug.
Including the governor.
Well, he's not really the governor. I'm the governor.
Okay. No, you're the governor's governor.
Penises would definitely touch in that hug, I think.
Now the thing is this, guys, I got to tell you, it's funny. This is the thing about this YouTube thing, is that people become friends with you, and then if you don't do exactly what they want, they dump you, they abandon you. That's what's so hard. You know, I got to be honest with you. I've become more and more cynical, you know, as time has gone on. People are very, very fickle. They're very fickle. I don't understand it. You look at these people here, right? TGV was my best friend. He wrote me this letter telling me how great I was. He said, oh, please promote my channel, do this, do that. He's kind of washed his hands off me. I've never, ever...
That's exactly what I said to you just now from my experience. As long as they think you can do something for them,
Yeah.
You know.
That's
And
true.
then-
In a lot of, I mean, look at Federico. Same thing with Fed. He paid for a
Yeah.
ticket. He's a very charming guy. He's very charming, but then it ended badly.
Well, do you want to take advantage of this time right now on the air to look Federico straight in the camera and try to make a peace offering?
No, I don't. I think it's best just to leave sleeping dogs lie. It's same as the other guy. I really don't. I think honestly, is too much bad water has gone under the bridge there, and I'm not going to grovel. I'm not going to grovel. There's a super chat. Archie, didn't the governor gift you a fancy book on luxury hotels? Why have you never gifted Rudy? Come on, Ceylon Dobson, with your book collecting. Yeah, the book isn't that great. Okay, that's the reason.
But well, the thing is this, Paul. I don't need anything.
No,
I don't
that's
need
fine.
anything.
Look, I got to tell you honestly, this is what really burns a lot is that these so-called friends and fans, some of them are really close to you. Then they burn you. They never look. That guy, he set up the Brisbane Watch Forum for me, did all these things, and then I never heard. He won't even respond to a text. If I send him a text, he doesn't even respond. So I got to be honest with you.
But Paul, you know the differences between, like, say, Clyde and myself, right?
Yeah.
We're not trying to set up a channel. We don't need to set up a channel.
No.
It's not my interest to do that.
No,
That's
I
the
understand.
difference.
Look, it's just disappointing. These people are such friends to you. Then
but they're not your friends. That's what I'm saying. You know, they're your best friend if they think you can.
Actually,
do something
you guys
for
are
them.
like a bunch of fucking 8th grade girls. To be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of bitchy little 8th grade girls going at each other. You're friends one day, and then you're making bitch at each other.
I honestly, I'm not forming any friendships with many other people. That's it. I just leave it. I don't. As I said to you, Clyve, I'm only doing live shows with you and Suckerhorn. That's it.
Okay.
And if you want to invite someone on, that's okay. But I tell you, there's very few people I'll do stuff with because I've been so badly burnt in the past.
Yeah, but you got Rudy and you got Simon. Simon kind of has he used to, has a channel of some sort. Still
yes, Simon's a cool guy.
It's funny you say it, Clever. I'm thinking I'm probably going to have a live stream later this week. I spoke to Guido a couple of weeks ago, and he was interested in doing a sort of a group live stream for New Year. So probably in the next, I'll let you know, but probably in the next, towards the end of the week, Friday or Saturday night, I'll maybe knock out a live stream on my channel. And excuse me, and I'll send you a link if you wanna jump on that. There'll be me and Guido. I've got a couple of other chaps who are keen to jump on as well. So yeah, that should be fun. Also, what I was going to say, what Archie was saying there about the amount of people that you become disillusioned with because they become your friends. I think in the sort of a social media community like this, people do come and go, and you get close to some of them, then you sort of become a bit more distant. These things happen. I speak to people now who I didn't necessarily speak to a year ago, right? And the people I spoke to a year ago, I don't speak to as much as what I do now. So, it ebbs and flows. And I think it's best just going with it and not dwelling too much upon it. That's all there is to it. I mean, just keep it in context. We are just essentially internet friends. And I wouldn't read too far into it. Yeah, I really wouldn't read too far into it. I mean, I don't speak to, I don't want to name names, but, those guys from 2 years ago, let's say. For argument's sake, Dennis Van Patten, who I have absolutely... Oh, shit.
While you're thinking of that, Arch spoke with Paul the Stickman the other week. He remembers the coffee with you at Nana Plaza and spoke highly of you. Merry Christmas, your mate Steve.
Sorry, Simon, what were you saying there, Simon?
He dropped off.
Okay. Yeah, that's Stickman. That's Stickman Bangkok. He's the very famous blogger, Stickman Bangkok, which was the leading. This is before YouTube. And yeah, no, I remember I had coffee with the Stickman, and yeah, his name is Paul, and he's a New Zealander. That was that was like yesterday. I remember that like yesterday. He's a nice guy, and he's actually gone back to New Zealand, and very, very, yeah, I remember that. Send him my regards, Steve. He was a cool guy.
Let me ask you a quick question while I've got you guys on the line here, so to speak. What watch do you think I should be looking at for 2018?
I think you should look at selling a few, Clyve.
Okay.
Condense the collection to 10.
Oh, I definitely will be.
Ain't gonna happen.
It might. It might. You mean 10 of each brand, right? Modified Pluta rules.
I think myself, Clyde, you got a bit too many. Look, it's up to you. You got to decide what you want to do.
Right.
But I would try and streamline it a bit. I think you need to do a bit of cutting, bit of culling there, bit of culling. And you got different interests to me.
Stephen Miller says he'll buy my Speedy, but yeah. Sicilian Gamer, Rolex Explorer 1. I didn't even like the Explorer 2. Why would I want to get a 1 for? Clyde, would you ever sell El Presidente? Possibly if the price was right. Clyde? Yeah, Clyde, sell some to me, says Vintage Rolex Watches. No more local shit. Well, Vintage Rolex Watches, you know what I paid for them, so no. Now, Rudy, what do you think? What should I be really looking at for 2018?
Well, you know, I still think those Blancpain bathscapes are a fantastic value for money on the second-hand market. You can get a really good deal on those.
Nice.
And the movements are the same as in the 50 fathoms. Same movement. 120-hour power reserve, anti-magnetic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what more can you want, really? 300-meter water resistant.
Oh, what? I'm almost thinking about maybe selling off the Pam Zero.
Yeah.
What?
Good. Okay, fair enough. Put it on the market.
And the vintage chronos, they're going to go, but not now. I think the time is. I still think the appreciation curve is still building on them.
But do you know what Paul Thorpe said? Paul Thorpe said, you should always sell your watches when you don't need the money, because then you'll get the best price.
Yes, that's a good saying. Is he still doing videos, Paul Thorpe?
No.
Have you spoken to him, Rudy?
I speak to him every couple of days.
He's a lovely guy.
He's a genuine bloke.
What's he doing now?
He's still selling watches. He's still dealing in watches.
He closed that business down, but didn't he?
No.
The shop. He closed the shop.
Yeah, but he's got an online business. Watchdealers.co.uk.
Simon.
Yes, sorry, I beg your pardon, guys. I had to quickly hang up there.
Yeah.
I'm sat in the living room. As you can appreciate, it's 12:30 at night, and my 9-year-old walks in the living room, and as you can imagine, the living room is covered with Christmas presents for her. So I just turn around and glance over my shoulder, and there she is, bleary-eyed, like, oh my God. I'm like, oh no, Santa's been, I didn't even see, I was on the phone. Oh, shit. And she said, I know one of them presents has got to be a hoverboard. And I thought, we haven't got you a fucking hoverboard for Christmas. So she...
what you want to say is Santa was about to deliver the hoverboard, but then you were a naughty girl and you wandered downstairs and you had to run back up the chimney, apparently with your hoverboard. Sorry, kid.
Well, what she asked for? She asked for either a scooter, like a motorized scooter, or a hoverboard. And we got the scooter. I bet since then, all she's done's gone about the bloody hoverboard.
Rudy, what do you think is
Are those hoverboards dangerous?
Super chat.
Sorry.
Rudy, what do you think is creepier? Paul Thorpe doing videos in his car in some dodgy neighborhood in West Ham, or Archie perusing a Brisbane park on video?
No comment.
Rudy? What?
No comment.
Oh, I think Archie in a park's definitely dodgier.
Okay, sorry. Please proceed.
Guys, we better wrap this up here. It's dragging on a bit. Let's wrap this baby up. Thank you so much, guys. Tomorrow is Christmas for you guys.
Rudy, what are you doing for Christmas?
As little as possible. I cancel it every year. Yeah, exactly. That's one of them, yeah.
Fucking VAT is what he's doing. I have got the wife's family coming around tomorrow. So that's brother, sister-in-law, 2 kids, uncle and auntie, grandmother and great-grandmother. So we've got a house full tomorrow. Great, I'm looking forward to it. And Isabel's probably going to be up in about 4 hours' time. So it's just about actually calling a halt to this because I need to get off and get to fucking bed. Okay, so with that, gentlemen, I will bow out and I shall see you all later. Okay, so
see you later,
nice
guys.
Christmas.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, let's start.